Hey guys, so I found this little dude at work. I think it might be like a Littlest pet shop, a eraser topper or something, but I'm gonna try and maybe take the remaining paint off of it and turn it into a labubu. So let's see what we can do. Got some isopropyl alcohol. It's not very strong, only 70, but it's all I've got. So I'll find a Q-tip and see if I can get some of that off. I also have acetone, but I don't really want to go that evasive if I don't have to. This might not work at all. And if it doesn't, that's okay. Well, it looks like it's coming off pretty good. Looking at this now and looking at pictures of Labubu, I thought he had horns, but I guess he doesn't. He just has ears. But that's okay. This is coming off pretty easily. I think I'm gonna tackle it with just some Sharpies, maybe some paints, I don't know. I don't really expect it to last super great long term, but that's okay. It's mainly just for the video and mainly just for an experiment. I really wanna go to Goodwill and see if I can find like a little teddy bear or something and convert that into a labubu. Just because they're expensive and I don't want to pay for them. Okay, so that paint isn't coming off quite as nicely as I thought it would at this point. I guess I just got the loose stuff off, which is, honestly, that's enough for this purpose. Let's dry up a little bit here. Microfiber cloth. And this might totally crash and burn. It was just kind of a thought. It wants to come off, just not very easily. If I had more patience and commitment, I could get it off. But I don't. Okay, so we're gonna grab some Sharpies. Okay. Check my reference. Get that pulled up. Okay. So it looks like this guy, sorry my lighting is ass, it's pretty late right now and this is all the lighting I can do. But this dude appears to have 3 eyes, I think. That's kind of weird. It must be a Littlest pet shop monster of sorts, which is still pretty fitting. I wonder what kind of paint was on here originally. Okay. So we've got 3 eyes, or at least this one's a little bit smaller, so maybe it's 2 eyes and like some sort of gem or something in there. But anywho, Labubu has these longer eyes, so I don't know how well that's gonna work. It's kind of not quite cat-like. A little more almond shaped. It's already looking creepier. Let me get back into frame. Might as well just kind of accept that 3rd eye here. Ooh, I kind of like the way it's looking already. And, oh, where'd he go? We've got a celebrity guest here, 2 celebrity guesses. You'll be pleased to know that Orange Cat is still doing okay. It's still posable, which is good. Not drying out, which is expected. And I've been doing more research on like claymation and stuff, and I think most films use silicone instead of actual clay for the most part, which and the exoskeletons or the internal skeletons are a lot more complex than what we've got here. So that makes sense with the structural integrity of the character itself. So yeah, we'll just set Orange Cat away, and if you're not a big labubu fan, you think you're afraid to use like demonic or whatever, we've got Jesus here to help that out. Jesus loves you. I was kind of having a not so great day at work today, and one of my old coworkers was shopping, and she gave me that, and it kind of made my day a little bit better. So we'll just set him over there, and just remember, Jesus loves you. So getting back to Labubu here, we've got his eyes outlined, we'll get his nose, which is already there, just kind of highlighted a little bit. Okay. And now what I like about this, and I don't like about this, is you can see a little bit of tooth action right here, but Labubu's teeth would be down here, so we're gonna probably have to ignore that, otherwise it's not gonna look like what we want it to look like. So I think we're gonna just kind of go under the chin and up. Chin and up, there we go. Okay. I think we'll keep it kind of simple. Let's do triangle teeth. Wonder how many labubus will be carved into people's pumpkins. Jack-o'-lanterns this year for Halloween. Probably quite a few. Maybe that's what I will do as well. Okay, alright. That's kind of suggesting something there. He's also kind of got this natural fur sculpt already, so that's kind of cool. I wish... Yeah, I don't know how Labubu looking he's gonna look like because he doesn't have any ears. This wasn't thought out pretty well. But this is like the core experience that we want. Just gonna give some highlight there. And there. Okay. Alright. Alright, so now I'm wondering how I want to start doing the rust. If traditional paint will work or not. We're going to pause. Okay, so after consulting the other surgeons, I've decided we are going to cut off the horns and create ears, because it's just not going to quite work. Having there, we want to try and not half-ass it if we can. Okay. We're de-demonifying the Labubu. Okay. Do I want to keep the keychain thing? I don't know. Probably not. We're going to remove that as well. Okay. Just a little bit of a haircut, nothing to get excited about here. Okay. Okay. I wonder if I could smooth out the teeth area. You know what? I'm not going to worry about that. Oh, the smile's already coming off. Yikes. All right. How are you going to make ears, Caleb? Well, with clay and amateur wire. So I've got some wire right here. I think they'll be pretty got a couple little guys there. I don't know. Let's see. I'm thinking. I don't know how easily it's gonna let me stab it in there. Not very. Not very. But we've got a heat gun. Heat gun the labubu. Turn the wire a little bit. Whoa. Turn that down. We lost one. Okay. Let's see if we can get that in there. Maybe. Yep, there we go. Alright, cool. Worked a lot better than I thought it would. Just gotta find the other one now. It flew off into the oblivion.
Eloy's down here chilling.
Found it. Alright. Let's see. Really just needed that initial pop and it went right on there. Okay. Trying. I can feel it. Okay, there we go. Got it. Okay. Whoops. Okay. Something like that. Okay. Guess I should have done that first. Okay, so now we're gonna flicker. Grab some of that clay that we use with Orange Cat. Doesn't really have to match or anything, but we've got such a smorgasbord. I feel like I don't know, some of these blues would work fine. This is not ideal for painting. This is not designed for painting whatsoever. But we're just doing what we want. Smells kind of good. It smells kind of like cookies. Alright, yeah, this doesn't match whatsoever, but that's okay. There's a lot of options in there. Stick that on there. It's poor man's labubu. Okay. Yeah, I really am curious as far as what kind of paint they use. It must be some sort of special plastic paint that can adhere to something this squishy and last at least for a reasonable amount of time. Okay. Okay, so I think I'm gonna stick with earth tones. Just kind of, brown and tan. See how that goes. Couple paintbrushes here. Okay. Alright, we're just gonna start fresh. Just kind of get that center. I think if I find an actual teddy bear or something, I will probably form his face out of clay. Let that cure. Not this kind of clay, like actual clay that cures. And go from there. This is by no means any kind of technique that you should adopt by any means. This is strictly just because. That's all I've got right now. Alright. I don't know if Labubu has a tail, but this guy does. Okay. Let's just kind of decide on a shape. Okay. This is quite messy. Okay. Grab another brush. Oops. Okay. Let's just they do make labubus in you know, non-earth tone colors, but this is what I wanted to do. Let's go ahead and do this. If you guys are new to my channel, feel free to like and subscribe. Hit the notification bell. I do appreciate that. It's a small, growing YouTube channel. I'd love to see it continue to expand. And I don't know what the heck I'm doing here, guys. I really don't. But I'm trying. Trying to figure it out. Just like we're all just trying to figure it out in life. I might be tripping, but I feel like this paint smells like chocolate. Oh, look at this. It's just running right onto his face. This is horrid. Absolutely horrid. So yeah, if you're ever curious, you know, what if I did paint, you know, clay that never cured? Kind of like I did with that axolotl. I got really lucky with that axolotl because I covered it with a clay that did cure, the milliput. And it's still holding strong. Meg still got it. She loved it. Yeah, this is never gonna cure. The paint will crack off if it even wants to dry. So do not do this. please. This is strictly experimental. Alright. Why don't we hit it with a little heat? Let's try and wipe some of that off its face. Yikes. Okay. What a mess. Okay. It's looking like a chocolate bunny. Stick it right here. Okay. Kind of crazy how much power that heat gun draws. Yeah, I was talking to Meg the other night, and I'm just like telling her, you know, I wish I could be the type of person that's, you know, similar to Bob Ross and Mr. Rogers and LeVar Burton, you know, offering something, you know, wholesome with their art. And I just don't know. I don't know what that is. But I'm trying to figure it out. If you guys know or have any ideas, let me know. I was raised Catholic, and, you know, that's cool. But, you know, I don't know. I don't want to force my beliefs on anybody, but I still want to be true to them. Alright. And I guess that's kind of what I really liked about Mr. Rogers. He was a minister, but he was so accessible with public television, and, you know, you never really got that forced religion in there. I don't know. I'm just trying to be a good person, live a good life, and my biggest thing is to spread positivity and find the good in things, and I guess that's super generic, but I don't know. This is looking, honestly, a lot better than I thought it would. It makes me hungry for some chocolate. Oops. Okay. Maybe a little bit more tan. Yeah. I'm debating, excuse me, if I want to try and do a dry brush over the back of it. I think I will. Yeah, as much as, as grateful as I am that I've got the job that I do at Costco, it is just so, not great. I wish I could make a living off more, stuff like this. And with you guys' help, maybe I can one day when I'm like 80. Too old to scrub toilets. Hopefully before then. We'll see. I gotta say, that's looking pretty good. I think I'm gonna point his ears up a little bit more like that, a little less rabbit-like, if it can, without totally destroying it. Okay, well. Yeah, it's kind of fucking it up. Yeah. And I know I can never be like Mr. Rogers, Bob Ross. They're one and only, one of a kind, and I don't want to be them. I want to be Caleb Rowe, true to myself, and not a cheap copy. But we'll get there. There's this dude on TikTok that I follow that makes custom action figures. He kind of shaves them down and melts them down and creates new joints and stuff with them. It's kind of weird, but a very crude, messy aesthetic. But I do like that. And it's kind of the vibe I'm getting kind of right now from this. I might need to put some glue down in there or something. I don't know. Okay. Add some heat. Speaking of claymation and silicone modes, this is probably like silicone. So maybe I'm not maybe this isn't that crazy if they do anything remotely similar to this with silicone modes and clay elements. Or I could be totally mistaken. Okay. So next, we'll just let him hang out right here. I'm going to try and find some glue. Okay, never mind. I realize all the glue is in the truck and I'm not going out there right now. So, let's go back in here. This will probably sacrifice at least a couple of Sharpies because they don't typically play very well with paint, in my experience. But in the name of science, whoops. Sometimes you just gotta do that. This is more scraping off the paint and adding marker. Oh wow. Now the clay is just falling off the thing. Yikes. I'll be lucky if I have anything to show for this at the end of it. Okay, well, why don't I get a little bit of black paint? Just kidding, we're just gonna use a Sharpie. Okay. I just planted my brushes right in that paint. Can't really see it. Ugh. That's fine. Okay. Alright, as promised, I'll try and do a little dry brush. This little feathery guy here. Just to try and kind of bring out a little bit of that fur. Whoa! Not what I was going for. Yikes. I guess it wasn't dry enough. That's what I was going for. See how it makes the fur pop a little bit. The detail. That ties it all together a little bit. Gonna have to put some of that brown back in there though. Add some heat. Unplugged my light on accident. I did find my hot glue gun. Maybe I'll make that work. Ideally, I'd use something different, but let that warm up a little. Honestly, this isn't looking that terrible, considering how shitty job I'm doing. Labubu. Three-eyed labubu. Have you ever seen a three-eyed labubu? Well, now you have. Now you have. Alright, more torture is ensuing. We've got hot glue gun going in. Hot! Literally. Fill kind of some gaps. Probably should have put it under the ear instead of just around it. This is like the crappiest hot glue gun that's ever existed, but man, I've had it forever. Yeah, I don't know if that's really making our life any better. Having that glue on there, I think I might just not. Yeah. We're not gonna do that. Just kind of touch it up a little. It was ridiculous. I was not expecting to do this part. I can still see the blue. So I love blue. Well, I think I'm gonna call it good. There you have it. It was once a Littlest pet shop monster, now it's a three-eyed labubu. Thanks for dropping in, and I'll see you guys in the next one.